We would always get together during holidays, particularly Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and we would rotate through the different houses, and we would have a variety of activities, swimming activities when available. We'd be playing certain wiffle balls and things like that, and there was a lot of competition between the older people and the youngsters coming up. And I can remember Jerry was very popular with the young people because when he was at the pools, he was always playing Godzilla. And the kids would always try to dunk him, and of course, I don't ever think they were able to do it. I also remember on several occasions around Christmas time, we would take our family and the Murphys, and I believe it was Arthur Hatch and his family, we'd go over to the Radio City for the Christmas show, and we'd always get there for the first show. In those days they had a movie starting at around 8 o'clock, and then the particular Christmas show would be come on around 9:30, quarter of 10, and we'd be out of there by 11:30. And of course the reason we went to the early show was it was cheaper, because a lot of people in New York weren't up at that time in the morning to catch the early show. Sometimes we would go to the Hayden Planetarium or the Museum of Natural History, and then occasionally we'd go down to Staten Island on the ferry. Prior to his move into Connecticut, we were all members of the New Jersey Football Officials Association, and we formed a team of 4 officials. We were all in that time in the Ridgewood schools. The other 2 members of the team were Mr. Charles Bookstaver, a physical education teacher, and Jimmy Wanamaker, who was an industrial arts teacher at Benjamin Franklin. And we worked a full schedule of football games throughout Bergen County primarily, and occasionally when they started the state championship games, we were assigned to many of the state championship games throughout the state. Also, we decided that we would try to get into the college officiating, and we both passed the test for college officials at the ECAC. And Jerry, I know he worked a few games for the ECAC, but our commitments to our work kind of inhibited our avocation. We all stayed together as a football officiating team until Jerry left for Connecticut.
The one thing I remember is one year we all went to Cape Cod.
Oh, yeah.
and rented a cottage with the Murphys
And Durkins.
and Durkins.
We had several cottages.
Yeah, but we had a good time at Cape Cod.
We would always have good fun, and I know Jerry always had a lot of jokes, which I think he gleaned from his brothers when they had the Murphy brothers meetings. But anyway, we certainly enjoyed the friendship that we had, and it is one that has gone on for many, many years. Essentially, that's a quick overview of the relationship, and I know I've forgotten many things, but what I've never forgotten is the good friendship that we had for many years.